What an exciting game we have on our cards this coming week over in the Club World Cup as current, fresh off the back of their Champions League success, PSG taking on Atlético Madrid. Who's going to come out on top in this all-European affair? We're going to take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at PSG taking on Madrid, that's right, in the old Club World Cup. Who's going to come out on top on opening day? We'll take a look at it, all of it in a second. If you knew where you've been, hit the old subscribe button. You want to stop shop for Blackburn Rovers, Club World Cup, World Football. We're going to all here under one Ruski. That's right. Can PSG continue their recent bit of success and add this trophy to the locker? Well, they're going to get off to the worst possible start, taking on a European heavyweight, that is Atlético Madrid. We'll get into all that and more in a second. If you knew where you've been, hit the old subscribe. Big shout out to the members of the patrons. You know who you are. So let's jump into the vortex and have a look at these two clubs coming at you this coming match day. Then take a look at the PSG boys. That's right. Coming at you fresh off the back of their Champions League success. They qualified as second best ranked eligible team in the UEFA 4-year ranking system. They qualified on the 17th of December 2023, and I think maybe this success of the Champions League has already allowed them to qualify for future Club World Cups. They secured the spot on the 17th of December. They've been just one time in the past. The odds to qualify 3-1 on out of this a very tricky group. 12-1 is to win the whole thing. My expectation was round of 16 early doors. Has that changed? Maybe. Been a long season. To be honest with you, I think PSG's mindset they would love this, but they've got the main bad boy there. They've got the Champions League trophy finally, and in emphatic style, might I add. Take a look at some of the personnel, but this would be just like a little bit of extra dressing on a fantastic season. Again, just like a lot of these European nations or clubs, should we say, not too sure how serious they're going to take it. How many of this first team will be here at this tournament, especially after a long old season. And a long, with the internationals also taking place, wrapping up very, very soon. Anyway, they got like Donnarumma between the sticks. He could be rested or allowed off for the whole tournament, or at least the early stages of the tournament. Then into the defensive ranks, got like Lucas Hernandez, Marquinhos, Hakimi as well. And Mendes has just had a fantastic Nations League. So tremendous players to choose from. Into the midfield ranks, again, Vitinha involved in that success. Kelly Kanging, possibly on the move there. Fabian Ruiz. And up top, likes of Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and of course, Barcola and Desiree Doué, who did that phenomenal job in that Champions League matches. This is a recent 11 here for PSG, with likes of Donnarumma between 6, Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi, Ruiz, Vitinha, Neves, Barcola, Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia up top. Again, very good-looking team here. One that could definitely compete. Round of 16 might be a little bit of a low blow, but again, just how serious are they going to take it? They kick it all off against Atlético Madrid this coming weekend, then take on Botafogo on the Thursday, the 19th of June. Then they wrap up the trio against Seattle Sounders, hoping to be in the top 2 of Group B. In their way this week is, of course, Atlético Madrid, that's right, who qualified as the 6th best ranked eligible team in the UEFA 4-year ranking system. They qualified on the 16th of April 2024. They've been in just the one time in the past. Odds to qualify 5-2 on. Odds to win the group 14-1. My expectation was a group stage exit for Madrid because it is a tough old group. These are the players then for Atlético Madrid, one of the best goalkeepers, if not the best goalkeeper in the world, Jan Oblak. Jan Musso also competed for the jersey, could start this one. Also in the defensive ranks, Robin Normand coming out of the Spanish team there. Marcos Loriente, Asapochecha still involved. And then, of course, into midfield ranks, the likes of Conor Gallagher, Rodrigo de Paul, Thomas Lemar. And then up top, likes of Alvarez, Griezmann, just under new contract, and Solaf to add some flavour. This is, of course, the most recent lineup with a 4-4-2. Musso between the sticks, Asapochecha, Langley, Witsel, Molina. Then in the midfielders, you got Lino, De Paul, Koke, Lorente, Alvarez, and Griezmann. Now, that's, of course, Madrid. This is their run-in. Of course, PSG right here, right now. Then Seattle Sounders on June the 19th. And then on the third match there, Botafogo on June the 23rd. They are competing, I believe, for that runners-up spot between Botafogo. Again, how serious are these guys taking it? That's the question I want to ask you. Now, these guys have played at least 3 times since 2009. We'll talk about that in a minute. This match taking place at the Rose Bowl with Luis Enrique in the hot seat there for PSG, Diego Simeone in the dugout for Atlético Madrid. PSG on the back of 5 successive wins in all competitions, all venues, up against Atletico coming into this also on the back of just 1 loss in the last 6. Now, of the last 3, they have played, there has been a win apiece and 1 draw. with both scoring the same amount of goals, 5 goals in those 3 games, 1.67 goals a game on average. I did drop a poll there. It's quite a spicy poll right here, right now. And currently PSG running over there with 80% of the vote compared to Atletico Madrid's 15. The bookies also going with that, 20-17 on for PSG, 13-5 is the draw, 31-10 is the away win. Now, what we can say, or what I can say about these two teams is fresh off the back of that Champions League success, PSG know how to score. They've got goals in them. However, if you look at the recent, Diego Simeone has a defensive mindset. He plays it quite tight, wins games just the 1-0. So it's going to be attack versus defense here. Who has the better? I just think that the tails are up for PSG right now. And I think they're gonna continue where they left off against Inter Milan and put a couple of goals past Atletico Madrid to say that it was not a fluke. These guys are the real deal. And of course, we could add this trophy to our recent run of successes. So I'm going to back the current Champions League winners against one of Spain's finest. Going to go with a 2-0 win. PSG taking it to the house. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about that. And of course, check out the other content. We got casts out there. I got prediction videos. We got a prediction league out there. We got it all there for this tournament. So hold on, sit tight, and enjoy the show while we cover it. Until then, subscribe. Catch you later. But we'll be back very, very soon. Until then, we're out.